What's up, everybody? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now for this one, I'm reviewing Homefront. Now, one of Jason Statham's best movies, which is he makes a lot of good movies, like Death Race. The first Death Race movie was great. I liked Transporter 1, 2, and 3, and I also like that movie War with him and Jason Statham and Jet Li. And I like pretty much all of his movies. I liked his entry in the Fast and Furious franchise. Fast and Furious 7 and 8. I loved him in those, and I can't wait to see Hobbs and Shaw, by the way. Of course, he's just a great actor, phenomenal. He's a phenomenal martial artist, basically. So, yeah. So this film is written like screenplay by Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone actually wrote this movie. He didn't play in it. He just wrote it. So yeah, he wrote the screenplay. So um, of the film. And that might be why this film was so good because it wasn't just the action that was great, even though this film has action pretty much from start to finish. If you want to, you can compare this to almost Rambo. You could actually compare this to Rambo. And that's what the new Rambo sort of looks like it's going to be. It looks like the new Rambo movie looks like it's going to be sort of like this movie, Homefront, the way it looks. And if you haven't seen this movie, y'all should definitely check this movie out. This movie is freaking amazing and epic and good story. Now, you can already. It feels like it got Sylvester Stallone's touch on it too. Sylvester Stallone, he wrote this film. He didn't direct it. He wrote it. I think he wrote the script and stuff for this film. So, because I looked it up a second ago and made sure if he did it or not, so I'm not mistaken. So he did, of course. And then, this film is it's drama going on about him, Jason Statham and his daughter. His daughter ends up getting bullied in school, so she ends up whooping this bully's ass, and then she gets in trouble. She gets in the office, and of course, Jason Statham's her dad, so he goes in there. At the start of the movie, this bully kept fucking with her, so she whoops the bully's ass. So she gets in the office. This little girl gets in the office, and Jason Statham goes in there. Um, and he told the teacher, like the principal, basically said I taught her how to defend herself. He said he taught her how to defend herself. He said, "Do you think it's good to teach a little girl how to fight?" He's like, "No, to defend herself, though. Yeah, to defend herself, because you gotta learn how to defend yourself. You can't just let nobody hit on you." But yeah, in this movie does that, and then the other bully's dad tried to hit Jason Statham and stuff. He said, "Don't turn your back on me," that type of shit. And then Jason, like, he tried to hit Jason Statham, right? Jason Statham took his ass to the ground and put him in that fucking arm lock. Shit, that shit was crazy. Jason Statham, when he was trying, he just got him in that fucking arm lock. Is all it took. Threw his ass down on an arm lock, and then from there on, the bully's family trying to get them started drama with Jason Statham and his daughter. So, and that's a bad idea for doing that. So, they be trying to take a cat and shit. And the action in this movie, oh my god, the action in this movie, the story, the action, everything about this movie was great. You know, um, if you haven't seen this movie, y'all should go see it, or y'all should go buy it. Yeah, you probably get it at Walmart somewhere. You probably get the $5 bin now. But this film, I think it's worth more than $5. It's that good of a fucking movie. And I'm not just saying it because I'm a Sylvester Stallone fan, because he wrote it, of course. But it ain't like it might be why it's so good because he wrote it, because of the story. Sylvester Stallone knows what to do. Put a good story with the action. And Sylvester Stallone wrote the film. He didn't play in it. He wrote it. But Jason Statham played in it. Of course, he was the main character. But yeah, and then it was emotional at times. Jason Statham be whooping everybody's ass. Freaking waiting for their asses to go out of his house. So gun shooting like boom, like he was smart and shit. And this movie, if y'all watch this movie, it will remind you of that new Rambo movie coming out called Rambo Last Blood. Because the trailer kind of looks similar to this movie. Jason Statham sitting there waiting on their ass because they're getting ready to come and shit. So he ends up freaking shooting, like blowing up shit. And And, you know, they end up taking his daughter, so he ended up trying to save his daughter and shit. Now he got to try to save his daughter. So it's like the end of the film. They end up taking his daughter, so he has to try to save his daughter and shit. And then of course this other dude jumps in. You know, like he starts off as being a biker gang. Like Jason Statham starts off, you know, he was a biker gang at the time and shit. But this other dude was a bad guy and went against Jason Statham towards the end of the film. You know, they ended up going toe to toe in this fucking woods. They ended up doing all kinds of martial arts shit in the woods, and that scene was epic. I love that one gas station scene. Let me talk about the gas station scene real quick. These three, I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. I think it might have been 3, maybe 4 assholes kept trying to fuck with Jason Statham, right? So Jason Statham was like, he's like, I'm almost done. Just give me a minute. And then that dude's like, no, I need to damn tank right the fuck now. Like trying to tell him like that. And then, you know, they kept agging on, trying to fuck with him. So Jason Statham whooped all their fucking asses without even trying to like whoop their asses in the fucking gas station. This fucking movie was fucking epic, y'all. This movie is epic. One of Jason Statham's best movies that he's ever done. Like, and I'm a huge Jason Statham fan. I'm also a huge Stallone fan because Stallone is a good writer. You know, he's a good writer. So, you know, he wrote this film. And that's might have been the big reason why it was so good, because he made the story great. And, of course, he probably made the action great. He made everything about this movie great. And, yeah, and then I liked at the end how this one guy right here ends up trying to grab his freaking daughter at the end, right? So, you know, so he ends up trying to kill Jason Statham. You know, the car freaking exploded because Jason Statham's trying to, I think he's like stole a cop car or something, trying to get his daughter back and shit, and I think the car exploded or something on that bridge, and then he told Jason Statham's daughter, like, get the fuck back in the truck and this and that. And the next thing you know, Jason Statham was out of the fucking car, beat the shit out of this motherfucker. I'm talking about beating the shit out of him, like with no kicks or nothing. This scene, he didn't even kick him or nothing. He just got pissed. Like, this is one of them things that Jason Statham was just pissed the fuck off. Like, he just pounded his ass with his fucking bare hand fist. Like, motherfucker. Like, boom, boom, boom. You actually felt the shit. And this movie is brutal action in it, and that's why it's rated R, and it's rated R for a fucking reason because of all that violence that's in this movie. And the story itself was great. The story itself was great. If you hadn't seen this film, I highly recommend. It's one of the films I highly recommend. If you're a Jason Statham fan, you will love this film. And Sylvester Stallone, you know, the guy that played Rocky and Rambo and so on and so forth. He's a legend. He wrote this film. If you don't believe me, look it up, because I looked up who wrote the script for Homefront, and it said Sylvester Stallone wrote the screenplay of Homefront. Sylvester Stallone did. So he didn't play in it though. He just wrote it. And I'm a huge Jason Statham fan and a Sylvester Stallone fan, so I'm a huge fan of both of them. And this film right here is just a bonus. Like, if you haven't seen this movie, if I had to rate this film, it's 11 out of 10. It's a straight 11 out of 10. Like, it's so good. I don't even know if you need a sequel to it. You probably do, maybe, because, you know, I think the way it ended, you need a freaking sequel. Like, that'd be cool to see a sequel to this fucking movie. And get Sylvester Stallone to write it again, you know, get him to write it again, because this film, the storytelling in this film was amazing, and the action was epic. The story was good, and the action was good. Love this film. Like, I'm begging y'all, if y'all are action movie fans, y'all fucking love it. It's just action, action, action with a great, great, great story. Love this fucking movie. 11 out of 10 for me. One of my favorite movies. I remember when that first came out, I got it off like the Redbox. I fucking loved it. I love this movie. This movie is just amazing. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal film. If you haven't seen Homefront, check that movie out, because it will not disappoint. one bit. If you love action movies, you'll love a movie. If you hate everything, you'll probably hate this movie. If you just hate everything, say, oh, I hate Avengers Endgame, and I hate this and I hate that, then you'll hate this movie. You know? This movie has a lot of action in it. It's action-packed with a great, great story behind it all. So, great, great story. So, it'll kind of remind you of Rambo mixed with a little bit of the Expendables, a little bit, but, you know, it's more about, like, kind of like Rambo almost. But this film has a lot of action and a great story. So, yeah, like, if you haven't seen this film, check this fucking film out. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this review. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share, and also hit the bell so you know when new videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoy this video, and I'm out. Peace.